Bobby, you've got to get the puck out of the corner. Those were the words from my good friend Jimmy Chomey used to say to me over and over when I was walking through the valley of the shadow of death. Now that was about 5, 6, or 7 years ago, but I have never forgotten those words. You gotta get the puck out of the fucking corner. And you know, Jimmy was just so right. You got to get the puck out of the corner. You got to keep moving. Martin Luther King said, if you can fly, fly. But if you can't fly, then run. And if you can't run, then walk. And if you can't walk, crawl. But you got to keep moving. You got to get the puck out of the corner. When I was walking through the valley, I was really stuck. But thanks to good friends like Jimmy who cared about me and were willing to tell me the truth, which is far, far more helpful than the words that those who were supposed to know what they were talking about, reminds me of the immortal words of Albert Einstein. He said, the only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. One of the things that we need to do in getting the puck out of the corner is to reinvent our lives. Often, and I know this is so true for me, that when something in our life is died, something is over, something is lost, that our lives are basically over. That's the way we feel. But it's just not true. And Deepak Chopra, I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, Deepak Chopra says, every single problem that you have in your life is the seed of an opportunity for some greater benefit. Once you have that perception, you open up to a whole range of possibility. And this keeps the mystery, the wonder, the excitement, the adventure of life alive. And that's true. That's just so true. But when you're depressed, that doesn't seem to make any sense at all. And I know that's so true. When you're depressed, you don't feel like getting the puck out of the corner. You don't feel like doing anything. You don't even want to get out of bed in the morning. And I remember those days so clearly because I tried to sleep as long as I could, because when I finally woke up, all I had was this depression, this hopelessness. And I didn't want to face that. I didn't want to be around. I didn't want to have to go through that. So anyways, I was stuck. But anyway, at that time, and this is a story I've told quite a few times in the past, and you may have heard it, but it was an important stepping stone in my life. And it's the story of the garbage. And when I was walking through the valley, and this was, like I said, 6, 7 years ago, I live here in the west end of Toronto, and the landlord can't walk or move too well. So he asked me if I would take the garbage out, which happened once a week. And there was about 2 or 3 fairly large bins. And I said, sure, yeah, no problem. So anyway, that became something that I did on a regular basis. Every Thursday night, I would take these garbage cans out onto the street. And sometimes there was other things too, leaves and stuff like that. But and I remember so clearly in the morning, I could hear the garbage trucks coming. You could hear them banging and clashing down the street. So I would kind of wait. It was usually around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I would go down and I would bring these garbage cans in. And it was something that really inspired me to look forward to, kind of something that I could do. And it was a small thing. It was like baby steps for sure. But it was kind of like the beginning of getting the puck out of the fucking corner and just starting to do something. And the fact that it was on a regular basis, you know, it was like once a week. So one thing led to another and to another and to another. And finally, baby steps started to become bigger and bigger steps. But you have to start somewhere. And that was one of the first things I really remember. And I'm still doing it till this day. You know, I'm still putting the garbage out and listening to the clank in the morning, and I go down and bring the bins in. But my life is so rich now. I have so many other things to do. But what I've actually done is reinvented my life, because the things I do now are not the things I did in that past life where I was a photographer, and, you know, there was a whole host of things that were in my life. All that really is gone, but the life I've reinvented is a far, far better life than I've ever known. But I had to start with baby steps. Anyway, I'm just doing something different today. I made some notes that, but anyway, I learned, one thing I learned too is in reinventing your life is the importance of community. I mean, that is so huge, because we can't do it alone. You know, we can't get the puck out of the corner on our own. We need other people. I mean, I tried it, you know, to do it on my own. It just doesn't work. We really need other people. That is so important. And another thing too is, you know, learning to make better choices. You know, like we become like the people that we spend our time with. So the people that I used to know, or the people that were kind of like, whether they were narcissists or whether they were uh, dysfunction on steroids, like those sort of people I had to kind of leave behind me and move to people that were positive, that wanted to make become better people and want to make a difference in this world, because that's who we become. We become like the people we surround ourselves with. But anyway, and another thing that Deepak said, he said, your future is generated by the choices you are making in every moment of your life. And that is such an important principle. And one of the other things in getting the puck out of the corner is, was spoken of by Marcus Aurelius. And he said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. So we have to go through our feelings, you know, and those feelings that are so powerful that we don't want to face. We have to admit those feelings, and we have to go through those feelings. And this is such an important thing. But beyond going through those feelings lies a beautiful world, a whole new world that we can reinvent for ourselves. And this is one of the biggest things in recovery, is to go through our feelings, to be able to express our feelings with others, and to be able to talk with others and feel accepted and understood by the things other people say to us, by relating with other people in community. And to say, it's okay, that people can be kind, people can be loving, and we can express our feelings in the presence of others, and they can respond in a way that is just so beautiful. And to be in a place where we can think what we think and to say it, to feel what we feel and to be able to say it, to think what we think and to be able to express it, to say it, and to be the people that we genuinely are, and to be able to actually be that person. So getting the puck out of the corner is a journey. And I wouldn't for a moment say it's easy, but it is a beautiful journey. But to get the puck out of the corner, you've got to get started. You really have to get started. And that's kind of like maybe the hardest step, maybe the first step. The first step leads to another step, and then another step, and then another step. And once you get a momentum going, you know, you can kind of feel this power growing. And it happens. And I've seen it happen many, many times. And I'm just so fortunate now to be involved in the work where this is what I do. I talk to people about these things, and I invite them to meetings, and I watch them grow, and I watch them change, and I watch, you know, just this feeling. It's okay to be human. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be with other people and express myself and to feel their love, and to know that they accept me for who I am by their words, by what they say to me, and we help and inspire each other. And it's such a beautiful thing. So anyway, I just wanted to express one of the biggest things that we have to do when, you know, whether it's coming out of addiction from, you know, alcoholism or cocaine or crystal meth or shopping or gambling or sex addiction, whatever it is we have to get the fucking puck out of the corner. So anyway, for teaching me that beautiful lesson, hats off to Jimmy. I love you, guy. So we'll see you next time.